Hello, happy Vlogmas day 4. It is Sunday, December 4th. This morning I am going to try making for the first time some poached eggs hollandaise sauce over smoked salmon. And Brian has some cider warming up. It smells really good on the back burner there. So I'm gonna get started and we'll see how this turns out. I'm not gonna do an instructional video because this is my first time, so it's gonna be challenging enough, but I'll show you the end product here. Brian has taken over whisking the hollandaise sauce. You gotta whisk straight for 5 minutes. And my arm got tired, so Brian has taken over for me. This is my first time making a hollandaise sauce, so I hope it turns out.
This is a step up from Chex Mix, I'll tell you what.
Okay, this is also my first time poaching eggs, so you're seeing firsts and firsts. I know there's all these different methods of swirl it and stuff, but that just went straight to the bottom and sank.
Is that supposed to happen?
I don't think so. Oh, we'll see how it goes. I'm just following the directions exactly. Here is the finished products. I don't think the hollandaise sauce came out perfect. It doesn't look as smooth as I think it's supposed to be, but the poached eggs turned out great, and I did not use vinegar and I did not stir the pot. I watched a few different YouTube videos. YouTube's great. And the professionals seem to lean towards not stirring and not using vinegar, and I think they turned out just fine. They look perfect to me.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll see how it tastes. Let you know. Alright, Brian is all ready for Christmas and he is going to give this a test.
Dig in here.
What do you think? Honest.
It's good, but something I probably wouldn't have again.
Really? Aww.
It's way too much work.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's why I said be honest. I don't want to make this again if it's not fantastic.
Yeah, but it's good.
Although I do typically cook from scratch about once a week. I like something ready-made just to not have to cook. So this is one thing I have not tried before. I have tried Udi's gluten-free ravioli, and it was very good. So today I'm going to give the chicken parmesan a try. All Udi's products are gluten-free, and so all you have to do is heat it in a skillet for 10 minutes. Easy. This is interesting. It comes out of the box with the sauce is these little, you know, hard frozen things. The gluten-free sort of, I guess, fried-ish chicken, breaded chicken, and the noodles, and then the cheese. It's all separate little entities. So this is going to be really interesting to see how it turns out. Also, I realized I forgot to review this morning's breakfast. Brian reviewed it very kindly. I thought it was disgusting. I mean, I could not stand it. The sauce was terrible. The hollandaise sauce, I don't think it turned out right. But the dish just overall I would not make again. It was really time consuming. The poached eggs were fantastic. I actually scraped everything off of those and ate those. But I did not like that combination of food. Brian's over here laughing at me. This is what the finished product looks like. I'm gonna try it now. I'm not good at turning the camera around while I'm eating, so bear with me. It's pretty tasty. I don't know if I get this again, but it's not bad. I haven't tried the chicken yet. Kind of curious how it tastes, but the sauce is okay. The ravioli was definitely better. They have like a beef ravioli that was definitely better. I am packing today for a trip next weekend. Today's Sunday. We are traveling out of town to a surprise destination this coming Friday, and it's just a weekend trip, and no, it's not Disney, and we're hoping to meet up with some fellow vloggers while we're there as well, so that'll be fun, and we're really looking forward to it, and it's very Christmas related, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. We'll try to do one-take vlogs for Vlogmas while we're there. So I thought I'd show you how I'm packing for a weekend trip. Normally we fly Southwest. They're very lenient about the size of your carry-on bag, and Delta is not. Because of the city we're going to fly Delta because they don't have a cheap flight to the city. Sorry, Southwest doesn't. Delta's isn't cheap either, but it's cheaper than Southwest. The problem with Delta is, you know, they charge you for even checking one bag, so we don't want to check a bag since we're only going for 2 nights. So we had to actually buy new carry-ons because the carry-ons we had worked on Southwest, but we read that Delta is super picky because then they can charge you if it's even slightly too big to make you check it. And we don't want to risk that. So we got some really cheap bags for like 30 bucks off Amazon, and they seem sturdy. The wheels seem good. Everything seems good. The only downside is they off-gas really bad. They do not smell good. So we had them open a few weeks, airing them out, but they still don't smell good. So I'm actually putting all my clothes in giant Ziploc bags so that when I get there, they don't smell. And also it helps compress the clothes as well, so that's a good thing. So here's how I am packing for this 2-night trip. We basically leave after work Friday and come back Sunday, so it's very short. I've got this really long, heavy-duty, very warm puffer jacket with a hood that I'm taking. I am also taking, to go along with that, this right here. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's like a headband that goes around, and these larger parts cover your ears. They're very, very warm. It's fleece, and they're not as annoying as earmuffs. I don't like earmuffs, but this fits nicely. It's not too tight. You can actually adjust it. It's Velcro, and I've had this for years. I used to wear it when I mountain biked a lot. Highly recommend that. If it's not windy, I won't need this, but if it is, I might. And I'm also taking these gloves. They're great, and they have the magnetic part where you can actually use your cell phone. That doesn't work great for me because I have short fingers, but it's still, if I really push my finger into it, sometimes I can get it to work. I'm also taking a money belt. I'm not going to carry everything in here, but I will carry a few things, especially my ID, because I'll need that to fly home. So that way, if things do get stolen, I can at least get home. This is going to be my smaller carry-on bag. It actually works like a tote. But what's really nice about it is it's slash-proof. It has this locking mechanism, which, oh, there's my eye. I always take this to a hotel. I was looking for that a minute ago. This is my eye cover, so I can sleep in bright hotels. This slides over your suitcase, your rolling suitcase, so you don't have to carry it. And it also has a locking mechanism, which may not show up very well in the video. It's right in there. You can unhook that and wrap it around your suitcase so that someone can't slide it off when you're not looking and run off with it, which is really nice, especially if you're dealing with public transportation, which we will be. And this is also by the same brand. It's called Pack Safe. It's a purse. Again, slash-proof straps, slash-proof bottom. It's got a RFID protected compartment right there. It's the perfect size. I can actually fit my camera-related gear, as well as the things that would normally be in my purse. I carry a small purse normally anyway, but I can fit all of that in here because it's pretty wide. Even though it's small, it's pretty deep width-wise. I am taking my charger for my camera batteries, my camera case, which I will slide into this purse just to protect the camera when I'm not using it. I will of course take the camera, but I'm using it now so you can't see that. This is the suitcase that we bought. It's definitely much smaller than what I'm used to. The one I take normally is a good inch bigger than this one, which doesn't sound like much, but it really makes a difference. It's deeper this way, so you can get a lot more in it. And it also expands, the other one that I have. So this is my liquids. If you don't have one of these bags and you fly, I highly recommend it. You can fit so much more in these than you can a quart-size Ziploc, but yet it's still TSA compliant. And basically just have the majority of my toiletries. I have a very, very tiny amount of things that are not liquid. It seems like everything I need is liquid. So I've got all that in there. I've got my makeup in this bag, and I know it looks big, but it's not. It's actually takes up very little of the space in there. Those are the non-liquid makeup. My liquid makeup's in here. I always take a few of these. They're very handy. I know a lot of people use the gel or spray. I like these better because you can actually scrub your hands with them. And I always take at least one of these shout wipes in case I spill something, because that way the stain doesn't set. And then my clothes, because where we're going is cold, I am taking sweaters, which take up a lot of room, unfortunately. I will have jeans that are not shown here. I've got 2 pairs of jeans I'm packing, but I need them for work this week because I wear jeans to work. And I don't have enough to not wear 2 pair this week. I'm taking wool knee socks for the 2 days that we're there. And those are Smart Wool brand. If you're not familiar with that, they are super soft and they don't shrink, which is great because usually wool is scratchy and does shrink. And then I've got more of my clothes, my t-shirts that go under the sweaters. And then these are basically my sleepwear / loungewear, some wool socks to wear in the room. And then I'm still going to use my luggage tag even though we're not going to Disney, just in case my luggage got separated from me. And a TSA lock. Again, we're not checking the luggage, but that way we can lock it when it's in our room, or if we need to leave it with Bell Services, which we may need to the first day. And then I've got an extra iPhone charger. I'll have another one in my purse, and extra tissue, and bar soap, which I take because I am usually allergic to hotel soap. It's usually scented. And also I forgot to mention my hair dryer. This is another item a lot of people do not pack, but I do because if you've noticed, I have a lot of hair, and this actually dries my hair really, really fast. It's a Chi Ultra, and it's so fast. And also, it has the diffuser. This doesn't usually fit other hair dryers, and because I have curly hair, I have to have a diffuser, and it's going to be at times 28 degrees where we're going, so I will have to dry my hair. I won't be able to let it air dry. So that pretty much covers it. So I will put it all in the suitcase and show you what it looks like. I don't know if I mentioned before, but my plan for getting on the plane is to put the small purse inside of that tote. And I realized after packing everything up, I don't even need the tote, except I'm planning to do some shopping at our destination. So I'm going to go ahead and take it like that with just the purse inside so that I have extra space on the way back to put anything I might purchase. And then here's what the suitcase looks like all packed up. And I do have a tiny amount of toiletries that I did not show you, but there's plenty of room and then some. And then Brian's suitcase actually has tons of room because he doesn't need a hair dryer and all these toiletries and makeup. So he actually has even more space if I need to borrow some room. He's back here laughing at me. And then here's where I put everything else. And I forgot to mention I am taking protein bars for breakfast. These are gluten-free. They're actually super clean. They're RX bars. I love them. They've just got eggs, nuts, and fruit basically in them, and they actually taste good. So those will be breakfast each day for me, and I think that's it. Pretty much good to go, except for, like I mentioned, a couple pairs of jeans, but those will easily fit as well. So there's my tips for packing. I think I actually did a good job for once. I'm usually not a very good packer, but I think I did good for this trip. It's easy when you're only there for 2 days. And when you have easy access to stores, like at Disney, when we don't have a car, there's no way to get to a store easy, whereas where we'll be, we can easily walk to a store if we need to. Today, Pascal was extra sneaky. It took me forever to find him, truly. I've been running around the house, looking everywhere, and he's way, way up here hanging out. I mean, that's really, really high. Like, to give you an idea, that corner right there, that's 2 stories high. And then it's vaulted, so I completely did not see him. I was looking everywhere. We're about to play Clank, which is both a deck building game and also a board game. And we watched a video on how to play this, and it was pretty impressive, the complexity. I think we're both impressed with just the game design alone. So we're going to give this a try. Don't worry, I won't film the whole thing, just showing you what we're doing on our Sunday. And Brian's even sporting the Santa hat while we play. So to give a really, really, really brief overview of how the game works, I am the green guy, he's the red guy, and basically you start at the top. You have to work your way down and get an artifact. Those look like this right here, and they're worth different points depending on how hard they are to get to. So that one's worth 20 points. And in the meantime, you're also trying to improve your deck of cards that you draw from to do things. So these cards do various things like fighting or letting you draw more cards or moving. And these cards do that as well. So it's a combination deck builder and board game. You're improving your deck while you're also trying to get down, get an artifact, and get out before you get killed. So it's a pretty fun game. We're enjoying it so far, I'd say, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's really neat. Occasionally a card comes out here where we buy cards, and it has this dragon emblem. And when that happens, you have to take any Clank that is in that area, which is these little cubes that we both have, and we have to put those in there for certain activities. And then they go in this bag, and then when the dragon comes out,
so
he has to draw 3 now.
Oh, wait a minute. That was a
And he did it wrong, so he has to do it again.
Let's see, 1 is 2. Oh, that's good.
That's good. Black is neutral, so that doesn't affect either of us.
We're good.
Wow, all blacks.
Nice.
So if he had gotten a red, or if I had gotten a green, then we would basically take hits to our health. So this is a really complex game. Yeah, it's easy to play. It's fun.
Yeah.
We're having to call this game and just start over another day because Brian didn't tell me I needed a backpack to get more than 1 artifact. And as you can see, I have 3 artifacts.
She's got like all the points.
Yes. And I didn't know that. And I don't have backpacks. So the game's kind of messed up now. So we're just going to try it again another day. But I have to say, this was a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
I had a really good time.
It's easy.
Well, except that I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh, yeah.
I did want to mention for Vlogmas that I found out a couple more people I enjoy are doing Vlogmas besides the ones I already mentioned in our announcement. The Disney Double Dose on their daily channel, which I will put in the show notes, are also doing Vlogmas, as well as Paul the Explorer. So I will add them to the show notes, and I've also gone back to all my videos and added everyone who's doing it. So Mike, Girl Meets Neverland, Disco Liz, everyone that I know of that I'm watching that's doing Vlogmas. I've put their links in the show notes. Highly recommend you check them out. So I hope you enjoyed Vlogmas Day 4. It's been a fun day, and we have to go back to work tomorrow. So I'll be back to the much shorter Vlogmas tomorrow, but hopefully you enjoy those as well. So thanks for watching, and if you like this, please subscribe. We really appreciate it, and share with your friends, like, comment, and let us know what your favorite Christmas tradition is. What do you do with your family? And if you don't celebrate Christmas, what's your favorite holiday tradition?
Probably cooking. So what kind of items are you cooking this season? Yeah.
Yeah, what's your favorite thing to cook? Or if you don't cook, what's your favorite tradition with your family? Have a good one. Bye. See you tomorrow.